Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to Alternate Cuts. Now, in honor of this being October, we decided to go with Halloween H20, the F extended cut. Now, the history behind this film is when this was being played on Halloween, for some reason, and only on FX, they had extended scenes. Not really sure why, but I know that this is one of the shortest Halloween movies. So it kind of begs the question, why not leave the scenes in the film? Not really sure. Does it really add anything to the film itself? There is one scene that they should have kept in there, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. But I actually saw this in the theaters with my wife, and I loved it. Now I'm going to be honest. In the last few years, I've been kind of hard on this film, and I don't really understand why. Yes, like every film, it has its flaws. And the one thing that kind of really bothers me, I find it to be cheesy and kind of annoying, is them trying to imitate Dr. Loomis's voice in the beginning. Now, I know at this point he had passed on, but that was just something that bothered me. And like I said, I've been pretty hard on this film. It's kind of coming back for me in my rankings and just my like for this film. There's a lot of really good stuff in this film. Now, this, of course, was originally 86 minutes, but with this FX extended cut, it makes it 91 minutes, which is pretty cool. Now, some of the extended scenes, like I said, it doesn't really mean anything, but you get an extended scene with the rest stop in the bathroom, and that's just the mom pulling up in the car thing that they have. In the very beginning, you have the with Marion, the office mess. They show it a little bit more. They show it longer. That's about it. Um, the Charlie walking in the kitchen. They show a little bit more of that. Laurie looking for Michael. A little bit more of an extended scene of her walking down the hallway. The kids walking around town. Now that was pretty cool. Josh Hartnett and his friend are walking around town when they're not supposed to be there, and they're just talking and kind of crossing the street. But there is one scene, and this is the main scene I wanted to talk about. And Joe kind of mentioned this to me. The Alan Arkin character, Jamie Lee Curtis's boyfriend in the film, he has a pumpkin with him, and you actually, when they're having their drinks and fooling around on the couch, you see the jack-o'-lantern in the background, fully carved and lit up. But you actually see, with this extended scene, Alan Arkin carving the pumpkin and telling Jamie Lee Curtis a story of his youth that was troubling. And it makes sense because after that scene, that's when she, of course, which everybody's seen in H2O, the regular version of it, you see her confess that she is Laurie Strode, and she tells him all about Michael Myers and the attack on her friends and stuff like that. So why they didn't keep that scene in, I'm really not quite sure. I think it would have added a lot to this film. I mean, it's just a simple scene, but it makes it feel more like Halloween with him carving the jack-o'-lantern. So, yeah. This is a fun cut. I'm not sure why FX was the only one that showed this version of the film with these extra scenes, but that was the only way you could see it. I wanted to thank Joe for putting this together. This had to have been so hard because he inserted the scenes almost seamlessly into this film. I mean, he did a lot of work on this. So, Joe, I appreciate it. This was so much fun to watch. Being a Halloween fan and watching the movies and being able to see extra cuts and more things happening in the film is always, to someone who loves movies and loves horror, it's a really cool thing to experience. So thank you so much, Joe. And don't forget to check out his alternate cut review of Halloween H20, the FX extended cut. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time.